This is the Equality State book of Wyoming, and we are on page 121, Article 1, Section 16. Conduct of jails. No person arrested and confined in jail shall be treated with unnecessary rigor. The erection of safe and comfortable prisons, an inspection of prisons, and the humane treatment of prisoners shall be provided for. Section 16. Habeas corpus. The privilege of the writ of habeas corpus shall not be suspended unless, when in case of rebellion or invasion, the public safety may require it. Section 18. Religious liberty. The free exercise and enjoyment of religious profession and worship without discrimination or preference shall be forever guaranteed in this state, and no person shall be rendered incompetent to hold any office or trust or profit, or to serve as a witness or juror, because of his opinion on any matter of religious belief whatever. But the liberty of conscience hereby secure shall not be so construed as to excuse acts of licentiousness, of justify practices inconsistent with the peace and safety of the state. Article 19. Appropriations for sectarian or religious society or institutions prohibited. No money of the state shall ever be given or appropriated at any sectarian or religious society or institution. Section 20. Freedom of speech and press, libel, truth, a defense. Every person may freely speak, write, and publish on all subjects, being responsible for the abuse of that right and in all trials for libel, both civil and criminal. The truth, when published with good intent and for justifiable ends, shall be a sufficient defense, the jury having the right to discriminate the facts and the law under direction of the court. Section 21. Right of petition and peaceable assembly. The right of petition and of the people peaceably to assemble to consult for the common good and to make known their opinions shall never be denied or abridged. Section 22. Protection of labor. The rights of labor shall have just protection through laws calculated to secure to the laborer proper rewards for his service and to promote the industrial welfare of the state. Section 23. Education. The right of the citizens to opportunities for education should have practical recognition. The legislature shall suitably encourage means and agencies calculated to advance the sciences and liberal arts. Section 24. Right to bear arms. The right of citizens to bear arms in defense of themselves and of the state shall not be denied. Section 25. Military subordinate to civil power, quartering soldiers. The military shall ever be in strict subordination to the civil power. No soldier in time of peace shall be quartered in any house without consent of the owner, nor in time of war except in the manner prescribed by the law. Section 26. Treason. Treason against the state shall consist only in levying war against it, or in adhering to its enemies, or in giving them aid and comfort. No person shall be convicted of treason unless on the testimony of two witnesses to the same overt act, or on confession in open court, nor shall any person be attainted of treason by the legislature. Section 27. Elections free and equal. Elections shall be open, free, and equal, and no power, civil or military, shall at any time therefore interfere to prevent an untrammeled exercise of the right of suffrage. Section 28. Taxation, consent of people, uniformity, and equality. No tax shall be imposed without the consent of the people or their authorized representatives. This section was amended by a resolution adopted by the 1988 legislature, ratified by a vote of the people at the general election held on November 8, 1988, and proclaimed in effect on November 21st, 1988. Section 29. Rights of aliens. No distinction shall ever be made by law between resident aliens and citizens as to the possessions, taxation, enjoyment, and extent of property. Section 30. Monopolies and perpetuates prohibited. Perpetuates and monopolies are contrary to the genius of a free state and shall not be allowed. Corporations being creatures of the state, endowed for the public good with a portion of its sovereign powers, must be subject to its control. Section 31. Control of water. Water being essential to industrial prosperity, of limited amount and easy of diversion from its natural channels. Its control must be in the state, which in providing for its use shall equally guard all the various interests involved. Section 32. Eminent domain. Private property shall not be taken for private use unless for consent of the owner, except for private ways of necessity, and for reservoirs, drains, flumes, or ditches on or across the lands of others for agricultural, mining, milling, domestic, or sanctuary purposes, nor in any case without due compensation. Section 33. Compensation for property taken. Private property shall not be taken or damaged for public or private use without just compensation. Section 34. Uniform operation of general law. All laws of a general nature shall have a uniform operation. Section 35. Ex post facto laws, impairing obligation of contracts. No ex post facto law, nor any law impairing the obligation of contacts shall ever be made. Section 36. Rights not enumerated reserved to people. The enumerated in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny, impair, or disparage others retained by the people. Section 37. Constitution of the United States the supreme law of land. The state of Wyoming is an inseparable part of the federal union. And the Constitution of the United States is supreme law of the land. Thank you. You have a great day.